bringing yourself into mountain pose. Okay, just take 30 seconds, have a little fidget if you need to with the arms and the feet and the legs to bring yourself into mountain pose for your body. Gently lifting through the sternum, shoulders naturally drawing back and down, relaxing the shoulders and the arms. The chin slightly drawing in, so we have a lovely length through the back of the neck. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just connect to the natural rhythm of your breath. Sensing or feeling stillness for your body and mind in this moment. Taking your consciousness to your feet, if you can sense or visualize or imagine that you're breathing in the energy of the earth through the feet, all the way to the crown of the head as you breathe in. Excuse me. And as you breathe out, the energy travels all the way back down quickly through the body to the earth. Just have an awareness of earth breath for the next 30 seconds. With the earth breath now, connect with the belly. So as you breathe in, feel the belly expand as you draw the energy up from soles to the crown. As you breathe out, the energy flowing quickly back down through the body and the belly softens. Relax the belly, relax the breath, and just give yourself a shake out. Going to connect to the nervous system by shaking out the arms and then bring in the legs. And I'm going to just start rubbing one arm, warming and underneath into the armpit, up and down. Opposite arm. Bringing in warmth, awareness, tingling sensation in the skin, connecting to the nervous system, sweeping across the chest. And sweeping across the belly, across the hips, just sweeping the energy away. And then warming through the side of the body, maybe into the back body. With the back of the hands, if that's better, for the shoulders, and then across the buttocks, down the back of the legs, bending the knees a little bit down to the lower aspects of the body. Don't worry if bending down doesn't feel too good. It just gets the body moving. Just go as far as you can, up and down the legs. And then come back to standing. Give the shoulders a little shake out. And then come to a back into mountain pose, just standing as still as you can. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and just have an awareness of the tingling or the flow of energy through the nadis of your body. Bring the palms together, set your intention for your practice. Release your intention, bring the arms back down, bring a soft spine onto rest. We're going to perform a few activations, and then we're going to flow through the whole of the Drew Energy Block Release 1, which will warm up the whole body. And then we're flowing into our 10 steps of core stability. Widen the legs, make it more dynamic if you would like to. Reaching, maybe bending the knees. Think about range of movement, not necessarily speed. If it needs to be slower, that's fine. Think about balance, breath. And then coming to center, soften the knees down into a soft goddess. Let the arms flow out to the side, up and down. Great soft fists, bring a swing, alternating in front of the body, keeping the knees soft, tracking the central toes as the feet gently turn out if you can, or straighten the legs without locking the knees if that feels better. Okay, now we're just going to bring the hands on the hips, just tiny little pulses. Keep the chest lifted, keep the tailbone under, and then draw up through the legs, and we're going to push across to the side and push across to the opposite side. Bring a soft bend to the knee. A little bit of resistance. And then reaching up at a diagonal, pushing the pad of the hand up to the base of the head. And come back to center, walk the feet back to hip width, cross the right in front of the left, lead up with the elbows, breathing in, breathing out, full circle, softening the knees. You release the arms down. In and out. Last one. Bring the palms to face forwards and roll the shoulders back, bringing a soft scoop in with the hands, just like you're scooping through. A little bit of resistance. Let the hips flow in a figure of 8 as you scoop the arms, rolling with the shoulders. Take the arms to a back crawl if that feels okay. And it's not about speed. Think of the range of movement, just making it as big as you can. Okay, bring the arms down back to center. Give the arms a little shake. Realign through the feet if you need to. Come back into mountain pose. The core is recruited. Roll the shoulders back and down. Just 4 times. Have an awareness, the chest is gently lifting, the chin is drawn in. Take the right hand below the navel, left hand at the eyebrows. Breathe in, feel that you're lifting the spine, and then breathe out. We're going across to the right. Breathe in and out, back to center, and then breathe in and out. Release the arms to the opposite direction. Breathe in, feel the lift, and then breathe out the reach. Breathe in and out, back to center. Breathe in and out, release the arms. Keep this flowing. Flowing into EBR1. Last one. And then we're coming back to center. Bring the arms out in front, bending at the elbows. My triceps are parallel to the ground. Palms are facing to the back wall. I'm going to breathe in, raising through the fingers, breathing out, lowering. Breathing in, lifting, and bring the arms back down to parallel. If you feel okay through the ankles and the joints of the legs and the feet, if you want to, you could lift both heels, raising, breathing in, and breathe out, lowering. Or you could alternate just by lifting, pumping through one heel up and down with some resistance. Breathing in. Find a still point of focus, aware of the core. On the next lift, you have the option to hold it if you'd like to. Holding, holding. Looking into the calves. Then I'm going to bring the heels down, bring the arms down, float the arms out to the side, soft fists as you breathe in, squeezing in, and flick off through the fingers as you breathe out. Breathe in, squeeze. Breathe out, flick. Feel the release through the tips of the fingers. You're okay through the joints. Breathe in and out. Last one. Bring the arms down, float the fingertips to the shoulders, circle back, lead with the elbows. Can allow the movement to follow the breath. So again, it's not about speed. You need to relax the breath. You can pause if you need to. Okay, last one. And we're bringing the arms down. Release the right ear to the right shoulder. Position the head so you feel the release from the shoulders. Stay parallel, don't dip. If you wanted a little bit of extra resistance here, you could place the right hand just to the side of the head and even the opposite hand to the shoulders. You feel each section of the body pulling away, as long as it feels good. Releasing to the opposite side with a breath in and out, and again introducing the hands if you want to, so you connect to the area of the body you're stretching. The light resistance. And then gently coming back to center, breathing in and out, turn the head to the right. Just hold it here, standing tall. Shoulders parallel to the space in front of you, head back through center, breathe in and out opposite side. Head back to center, project the chin forwards, lower the chin to the chest, and squeeze it in, lifting gently through the chin, breathing in and out. So we have a gentle spinal wave through the neck. Again, if it doesn't feel good for your body, just bring in some kind of movement if you can through the head and the neck that feels safe. A couple more. Okay, relax back to center. Float the arms in front, palms face away. You see all my joints are soft here from the shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingers. Relax the knees, core engaged. We're going to sweep round as we breathe in and out to the right. Breathing in, keep the hands parallel. Just twist through the upper body, first of all. And then breathe in and out back through center. Breathe in and out round to the opposite side, thoracic twist. Just keep this flowing. It's flowing yet stable. Hips are parallel to the space in front of you. Breathing in and out. Come back to center, widen the legs a little bit. I'm going to turn the feet out towards the right. So we push the back heel away. And we're going to sweep round to the right. I'm lifting the heel of my right foot and I'm coming round to the space, increasing the twist to the space behind me, breathing in and out back to center. We must turn through the feet, both feet facing towards the same direction, lifting the back heel. You'll notice it allows for a bigger twist. So slow it down. You sweep side to side. Softness in the knees and the palms stay parallel. So you have stability in the shoulders as you twist. As we sweep round, I'm sweeping round to the left now. It doesn't matter which side you're at, but my right hand is coming onto the left shoulder and the opposite arm is sweeping round slightly behind. So I can increase the twist, still lifting the heel of the back foot, release the arms, sweep round to the right. So my left hand comes to the right shoulder, up on the ball of the back foot, and I can sweep either the hand on the hip or sweep it round so we get a nice twist through the shoulder girdle as well. Breathing in and out, sweep it round. Being aware of good posture, even as we're moving, lifting through the crown of the head. Okay, last one. I'm coming round to my right. Just make this the last one. And then come back to center, stretch out the arms, back of the hands together. Big breaststroke with a big breath in and out. And bring either the hands onto the hips or the palms of the hands to the kidneys or lower back or back of the hands. So 3 options there. Feet are parallel. I'm going to show you side on. Breathing in, lifting the breastbone, bringing a passive back bend, breathing out, bottom goes back, knees bend, and the chest comes towards the thighs, releasing the head last. Uncurling through the head and the neck, stacking the vertebrae, head comes up last. So I breathe in, I'm bending the knees gently, well, softening the front of the body, and I'm bringing more of a passive back bend. That's an option. You do not have to bring the back bend in. Could also do this on a chair if you want to just bring in this forward bend, but you have more stability because you're seated. A standing spinal wave, a passive back bend is an option. Keeping the chin into the chest if you bring the back bend in. Okay, on the next forward fold, we slide the hands down through the front, releasing them through the front of the legs. So you might come to a half fold here, neck in line with spine, or you might be able to bring a grip to the shins, ankles, touching the feet, or a block or hands to the earth. Relaxing the crown of the head towards the earth if you can. If you need to come halfway, that's fine. Okay, now from here, for those that can, we're going to come into a squat. So we're going to bend the knees and sit down, and then we're going to do a little balance. If it doesn't feel good to come into the squat, I'd like you to come up to standing, back in mountain pose. So I'm coming into a squat, and I'm just releasing as I breathe in and out. Again, this is an option to bring the hands in front. So even if you're standing, just bring the hands in front of balance. Or if you're standing, you might want to stretch the arms up high and come onto the balls of the feet. So we're still using the core here for balance. Find a still point, that's good. Okay, now breathing in and out, we're going to bring the hands down towards the ground, and then we're going to lift. So we're coming back into a standing forward bend. So if you're already standing, just fold into a half bend or a full fold. And then we're going to squat again for those that can squat, and release the hands for balance. Again, if you're standing, you could reach the arms overhead, Lift the heels as an option. Deep breath in, deep breath out, bringing the hands down, bowing forwards if you're standing, bowing to the earth with the hands if you're in a squat, lift the hips. We're active through the back of the legs, lovely nerve stretch here. So if you're in a standing position, I'd like you to come to bring the left leg out and then bend towards the right here and then lift up onto the heel of the opposite foot to get an inner thigh stretch. If you're in a forward bend, hands to the ground, and you can squat down and extend the left leg. Come up onto the heel, point the toes up. So we're in a similar position. Modification is standing for those with any joint issues. So lengthening here into the adductors from the groin. Check in with the core, shoulders, position of the head. Okay, release the left foot back in and release to the opposite side. If you're standing, you're going to extend the opposite leg and position the foot so you can feel the lengthening from the groin and the adductor. My knee is still soft here. I don't want to trap in the knee. Okay, now I'm bringing my right leg in. Okay, now everybody, I'd like you to bring yourself into the cat position on all fours. So if you need to adjust your electrical equipment, please do so. And bring yourself, have a little wiggle about. You might just want to stretch out through the legs, a little sway side to side as you align, stretching out the fingers. Could bring a little, what I call a claw in if you want to bend at the knuckles, pressing the pads of the thumbs and the fingers into the earth, just to take a bit of pressure off the wrists. My neck is in line with my spine, core is engaged. So the tops of the feet either pressing down or the toes curled under, depending on what feels good for your ankles. Hands stacked under the shoulders, knees are stacked under the hips. Hold it, core awareness. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, round cat stretch. Breathe in, come to what I call resting cat, flat back. Breathe out, round cat stretch. We're going to flow this for a minute. Just aware of the core being stable. Squeezing in as you round and coming to stability in the center. You can dip if you want to come into the cow and then flow into the stretch of the cat if you know lower back issues. Breathing out. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears so we don't drop the weight from the shoulders through the hands into the wrists. Okay, last cat stretch. If you can hold the cat stretch, stretching, hold it, breathing, rounding the spine if you can. Navel drawing in does not affect the breath. Holding. And then coming back to relaxed cat. Sit back into child pose or your variation. Just resting back the hips, lengthening the spine, just calming the mind if the mind is still busy. Sense any thoughts being absorbed by the earth. Okay, whilst you're in child pose, before you actually start to move, just think about how you are going to move to come to lie on your back, your arms by your sides, your knees bent and feet to the ground, hip width apart. So think about that before you actually move, how you're going to move, and then actually come into that position. Join me. So lying on your back, recruit the core, lower back connected. My arms are by my sides. My palms are lightly active to the earth, drawing the shoulders back, and I'm nodding the chin slightly to my chest. And once you are here, I would like you to release the right leg and foot off the ground, bring it to a right angle and flex the foot. And then do the same. So we've got to squeeze in the core to raise the weight of the opposite leg. And my knees and feet are hip width apart, feet are flexed. Now I'm going to point my toes. So I'm pointing through the toes to lengthen the front aspects of the ankles. And breathing in and out, I'm going to bring my right foot down, little toe tap to the earth. The opposite leg stays where it is. And then I'm going to breathe in and out and bring the leg and the foot back. Same with the left. Breathe in and out to bring the toe tap and then back. Don't bounce the toe off the earth. Imagine you've just got to touch a little dot and then bring it back with core awareness. So breathing in. Get cramp in the feet, you might want to come back to flexed and then point and release it down, come back and then flex the foot again. So just think about the ankles and the feet as well. Keep the chin to the chest, keep the lower back pressing to the earth. This is step one. Now, if you're able to, you might want to flow, just fluid, both start to flow. Breathing in and out. So as one comes up, the other starts to come down. If that feels okay, if it's too difficult, keep it with the simple tap and release. If you need to hug the knees in, do so at any time. Lower back pressing into the ground, shoulders down, chin tucked in. Okay, gently hug the knees in towards the chest, rock it out if you need to. Just going to have little pauses. Okay, and then back to center. Okay, now I'm releasing my arms, I'm stretching my fingertips, my fingers and thumbs are together. My palms face each other as I reach the arms shoulder width apart and then draw the shoulders back like you're anchoring the shoulders back down to the earth. But you're still extending the arms. Bring the legs back at right angles, hip width apart. Okay, now we're going to bring some movement here, very small so you don't completely roll to one side. I'm taking my arms to the right as I bring the legs slightly to the left, lifting the back of the right pelvis off the earth. Keep the feet parallel and then coming back to center. And then I'm bringing the arms across to the left as my legs come to the right. So the shoulder girdle and the hip girdle are working in opposites. Just keep the arms and the feet stable as you can. It's just a little lift. Even if it's a millimeter at the back of the pelvis off the earth, if you go too far, you'll be able to tell because you'll collapse to one side, unless you're very dynamic and strong in the core. You can just gently turn the head if you want to the opposite direction of the arms, if that feels okay, or keep the head and the neck central. Using the core, so taking the weight of the arms and the legs, getting into the obliques, rib cage. Okay, and then come back to center. Have a little hug in of the knees and again rock it out. That's stage 2. Okay, now stage 3. So I'm going to use my block here. If you don't have a block, it doesn't matter. You could use a small cushion if you want to, if you can grip it, or you could just visualize that you have a block. So obviously there's a little gap. So we're bringing the legs up at right angles, again flexing the feet and placing the block just between the knees. So I keep the knees aligned and I'm using the block, the slender width, not the wide width. So I can just grip the block. Okay, draw in the core, relax your arms by your sides. Okay, slightly away, the arms are slightly away from the sides, but we're active in the palms. And now we're just going to rock just the legs themselves, lifting and rocking to the right, lifting the back of the left pelvis, coming back to center, and I'm lifting to the opposite side. I'm just letting my head just gently look to the direction to which I'm moving. Just a little pause between each movement so we don't gain momentum. We actively use the core. Well done, a few more. This is step 3. The core to release the weight to one side, of drawing back so the legs don't take over. Just one more, back to center, just release the block if you need to. Maybe stretch out the legs, maybe a flutter of the legs. Okay, now the next stage is, again, you can use a block if you want to, but just got to be careful that you keep a grip of the block because the block comes up now sort of between the ankles and the feet. So you've got to make sure you've got a good grip so it doesn't drop and doesn't bounce onto the chest or the body. So I'm using the block, I've got it gripped here between the feet. I'm extending the legs, my knees are slightly soft. Getting a grip of the block and you'll immediately feel the activation to your inner thighs. My arms are by my side, slightly away, just palms pressing down, shoulders away from the ears, chin to chest, lower back connected to the earth. Now I'm doing the same movement. So if you don't want to use the block, just visualize. So I'm gently rolling to the right, lifting the back of the left pelvis, just a couple of inches, back to center, core awareness. Keep the squeeze of the block if you're using one. Breathing in, breathing out, just nice movement. Think about the head and the neck. If you need to move a little bit, that's fine, or keep it central. The shoulder blades into the earth. Make sure shoulders don't start to hug up towards the ears. Squeezing on the block or the cushion if you're using one. Okay, last one. That's stage 4. Back to center. Bend the knees, release the block or the cushion. Just have a little stretch out. And we can omit the block and the cushion completely. And okay, I'm just hugging my knees in. And I'm keeping my knees sort of hugged in and bringing my arms down by my sides. Again, palms are active. Chin to chest. Core recruited, lower back connected to the earth. Now the legs and the knees and the feet can be slightly apart, or you might want to keep them just gently squeezing together, which is the option that I'm doing. So, okay, I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to start to lengthen the legs away, and it will pull on the lower back. So only go as far as you can without lifting the lower back, lengthening the legs away, and then breathe out, drawing the knees in, squeezing lower abdominals. So breathing in, lengthening, Breathing out, drawing it in. If the legs lengthen and it comes up more to Supine Dandasana, it's Dandasana, it's fine. You can just again squeeze into the lower down. If you lengthen away, you feel it's harder through the core, through the hip flexors and the lower back, and even up through the neck. It really pulls on the neck. You need to adjust the position of the legs because you don't have enough core strength. It hurts the neck. Breathing in and out. Set 5. Last one, and then hug the knees in. Okay, just have a little release. I'm just getting a little release of my ankles, a little flutter of the legs. And then I am bringing, we're just going to do some circles. So I'm bringing the knees and the feet together, hands on the knees. I'm just going to circle, keeping the back of the pelvis to the earth, just circling the knees round, pressing with the lower back and pelvis to the earth, circling in one direction, and then circling in the opposite direction. Just as a little breather. And we're ready for stage 7, where we lengthen the legs. And again, they might be together or apart. I'm flexing my feet. My feet are slightly apart. Arms by my sides, palms face down. Okay, now let the arms float now. So again, I bring the arms, so palms facing each other, fingers together. Okay, chin to chest. Now I'm going to roll the back of the head and the upper shoulders as if I'm reaching the hands up towards the feet, breathing in, and then I'm breathing out and placing the vertebrae down. Keep the chin into the chest, breathe in. Lift, even if it's a centimetre off the ground. It might just be a little head lift, or you might be able to roll the tops of the back of the shoulders off the ground. Breathing in, keep the chin into the chest, look up towards the space between the hands. If it's too much for the head and the neck, you can keep the head on the ground and you can just lift through the hips, which I'm showing now, lifting. This is an alternative. The other movement doesn't feel good for the head and the neck. Okay, and hug the knees in. Oh, just have a little rock side to side. There. And extend the legs again, arms by your sides, palms face down, refresh the core, chin to chest, point the toes, and we're going to breathe in, open the legs, and we're going to breathe out across the right in front of the left, scissors. And I'm going to breathe in, open, breathe out, alternate the cross of the legs. If you need to work more at right angles, which is what I'm showing now through the legs, we can still cross at the feet, or you can just bring the legs and the feet together. The legs extended makes it harder. And again, if you want to put the hands behind the head, just to bring some sort of releasing through the neck to support the head, you can do, or use a small cushion under the back of the head. Or bending at the knees will be less pressure in the neck. Breathing in and out, in and out. So working into the whole of the core, as well as the outer aspects of the hips and the gluteals, inner outer thighs. A few more if you can. Okay, and then hug the knees into the chest. Again, rock it out. Maybe bring the head up, forehead to the knees if you want to, if it's safe. Okay, bring the feet down, lengthen the legs away, take the arms overhead or out upper body cross, and relax, stretch, just lengthening, reaching, squeezing, contracting. Remember the breath, just keep lengthening, just a lovely release. You're working the core, whole of the core corset. Take a deep breath in, sigh the breath out. Just soften everything, completely let go. 20 seconds here. Okay, now like to bring the right hand onto the belly, just above the navel, and place the left hand around the heart center if you can. Even if the hand is at a slight angle, so you can relax the shoulders, or you could prop the elbows with cushions, chin to chest. And just breathing into the belly, the movement of the belly through the hand, the right hand. And just feeling the heart relaxing as you breathe, calming the weight of your heart, the subtle body of the heart chakra here, relaxing. Lovely rhythmical belly breathing. Aim to make the in-breath the same length as the out-breath. There's no pause in between, just a lovely soft rhythmical flow of breath. Okay, just think about how you're going to bring yourself now, relaxing the breath into Shavasana. So place on any layers, blankets, cushions, pillows. Just spend 30 seconds coming into position, good position for your body for the relaxation. Finding a natural point of stillness. And just noticing how good it feels to bring the physical body to a point of stillness, the weight of the back body surrendering to the earth, relaxing into the present moment. aware of the effortless breath in and out through the nostrils of the nose. Breathing in, breathing out. Consciousness at the crown of the head. The breath gently draws in softness here, allowing the tiny scalp muscles to relax and soften. The hair becomes soft with the crown of the head. The forehead broadens. And feel the gentle globes of your eyes resting back and down in their sockets as the muscles around your eyes relax, cheeks become soft. Tip of the nose is soft. Feel the ears smoothing and softening at the sides of the head. Just the muscles around your ears release. There's maybe an awareness of the sound of the breath through the ears as you breathe gently in and out. The lips relax as the lower jaw releases from the top jaw. Sense an awareness of softness in the right cheek, in the left cheek, and through the tongue from the tip to the root. Neck muscles relaxing, shoulders softening, yielding to the stability of the earth beneath you. Gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Top of the chest, relaxing. The rib cage softens. Just a gentle, rhythmical movement of the lungs, distributing the energy of the breath through the nadi channels of the whole of your body. The heart relaxing completely in the chest. The belly is soft, all the internal organs relaxing. Pelvis releasing, like the shoulder girdle to the full length of the spine, relaxing. Take your awareness to the whole of the left leg, the weight and the volume of the whole of the left leg. Just sensing, visualizing, or feeling the tiny joints through the pelvis on the left side, and through the knee, the ankle and the toes, all becoming soft and smooth. Gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Take your consciousness to the whole of the right leg, the length, the volume of the leg, the weight, the sensation. Any sensations running through the right leg. And the tiny joints through the right pelvis, right knee, ankle, and toes of the right foot. Becoming soft and smooth. As the whole of your body continues to relax with the breath in and out. Gentle rhythm of your breath, aiding clarity of the mind, thoughts releasing. Mind is free, not holding on to any one thought, just relaxing as you breathe. Slowly taking your awareness to the nostrils of the nose, sensing or visualizing a light here, maybe a coloured light. Just gently breathing, subtle awareness, a subtle consciousness of breathing the light in through the nostrils. And it naturally being absorbed in through the whole of the respiratory system. And then all the tiny nadis of the body, the energy channels, releasing the energy of the breath of light deeper into the cells of your being over the next minute. Let go of any thoughts, any awareness of sensations in the body, any visualizations, just completely releasing, absorbing yourself into complete stillness and tranquility the next minute. Gently take your consciousness back to the belly and the breath, feeling the belly move as you breathe. Deep breaths into the belly, deep breaths out. Sense the breath guiding itself naturally into the hands and the feet. Gently start to move these areas of your body. Start to release through the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck. Keep your awareness internal, noticing any thoughts that arise or sensations without judgment. Stretching, moving, maybe rolling onto the right side if it feels comfortable. Taking some deep breaths here. Visualize moving into a seated position and then start to move the physical body into that position. Palms together, thanking your wonderful body for practicing yoga this morning, warming the hands. Gentle smile upon the face. Place the warm hands where you feel you'd like the energy today with a deep breath in and out. You bring the palms back together in front of your heart center. Think of something you are grateful for. Think of something you'd like to do or achieve today, however small. Wishing you all a wonderful day.